That's Under Color of Law. You can get that at Barnes & Noble. You can get it through Amazon.com and also through the publisher iUniverse. We're getting
Tyrone West,
in Baltimore,
attorney.
and I understand
The White Paddock.
up and
He will be talking about Tyrone West
campaign. So we hope folks will go out
on
the
the
as a gift and for themselves.
talk show right
I
now.
hope you enjoy reading it.
Frank Conaway
really
show.
Things that are happening.
It's on from
Right
10
now.
to
We
12
have
on
had
1010 AM
office will do
WOLB.
everything. A personal injury, accidents, criminal.
So you get ready to talk about Tyrone West
very, very heavy
case.
and disappointing week.
Tyrone West, attorney, the White Paddock.
Officials.
Tune in 1010 AM WOLB right now, folks.
What should be done. Let me start off first before I get to Tyrone West, if I may. The first part of the week we had the sentencing in the Gray case. That's right, police officer or the police trainee that was shot in the head by his supervisor, who was playing wide open and pointing a loaded .40 caliber Glock at his students. And he got off with 18 months, all suspended but 60 days. That is really a travesty of justice. However, I do applaud Scott Schellenberg, the state's attorney. At least he brought the case and did the prosecution. That is the distinction that we have in Baltimore City. The distinction in Baltimore City is we can't get the prosecutor here to in fact prosecute and move aggressively on these police officers who are in fact acting and exceeding their scope of authority and exceeding the law in terms of egregious police brutality. And the West case, the Anderson case, and there's another case in between that we have also was a traffic stop and a beating. I can't think of the name at this point in time. But listening, I met with the state's attorney yesterday, as most of you know, and we met at 11 o'clock with the West family, and he opened the meeting by telling us that he was not going to prosecute the police. And then he went into total, and I'm on the air, so I can't use the word, but you all know the word I want to use. That summary that you heard this morning on the Larry Young show, and that myself and the West family heard yesterday, was nothing but a parroting and a regurgitation of the police position. He might as well, instead of being an independent prosecutor, he might as well have been an arm and extension of the now I won't even say the police department, I would say an extension of the FOP, the order of police. Because the fraternal order of police, because that's exactly the conclusions that he made, the mistruths that he stated, the matters that he left out, was to me typified no proper independent investigation by the state's attorney's office whatsoever. Just a very, very broad conclusion that everything, as one judge used to say, Mr. Police Officer, what did those so-and-sos do? And that was his articulation as to his review of the facts. No independence whatsoever. And his statements to the family were factually wrong, were factually inadequate. The conspiracy between him and the medical examiner's office is unbelievable. They found no causation. They found no pre-existing condition. And for them to come out and for him to rely on something that is completely distorted in terms of an autopsy, in terms what in the world does it mean being restrained? What does it mean in terms of dehydration? What all of these ambiguous terms, and then to say there's no cause of death when you had 10 officers, 9 to 10 officers, beating on an individual with batons, and the state attorney says there was he said it was mace or it was spray, but he says there was, what are the things called? No tasers, and the witnesses, that contradicts totally the witnesses that I talked to and that my office has talked to. And so it is just shocking that we can have this type of miscarriage
Don't go
of
away,
justice.
folks. More The White Paddock on Frank Conaway Show. 1010 AM WOLB. 410-481-1010. 410-481-1010. Call in.
To Baltimore City citizens is a despicable pattern that is aimed at